Firstly, let's talk about the 100% pass rate of the 409,441 grade 7s that sat for the 2021 examinations. How feasible is it that all pupils can actually pass and progress to grade 8? That is from grade 7.
Yeah, I think thank you very much. Let me first of all start by saying that the grade 7 examinations and the current mode of exams where children undertake these exams as a progressive examination and not a passing or failing exam is an aspect that has brought a lot of controversy among the general public, but also among the education sector. The reason is simple. The reason is that a number of our children who have been progressing through the grade 7 exams to grade 8, some of them have not been to a standard where we can confidently indicate that they can progress to the secondary level. But the reason is quite simple. Grade 7 examinations are progressive exams, meaning that the intention for the grade 7 exams are basically to assess our children so that we can ascertain how we can place them in the sense that we place them according to their level of performance. And I think that has been the intention of the Ministry of Education, of government through the Ministry of Education. And the other reason is that as a country, we have adequate spaces for our children who are learning or who were in grade 7. We have enough spaces for them to progress to grade 8, but also further to indicate that understand so is just to progress from grade 1 to grade 2, from grade 2 to grade 3. The understanding is that when our children are in grade 7, they are supposed to progress to grade 8 because the assumption is that our children could have been able to cover and acquired the pedagogy that they need to use for them to progress to grade 8. But of course, we have seen that this approach has brought about a lot of controversy. But ultimately, the intention is to make sure that all our children in Zambia attain the basic education for all, which is from grade 1 to grade 9. And every child is expected, they must go through that process. Hence, the decision to make grade 7 exams as progressive exams aimed at ensuring that we are able to place our children according to their capacity. That's why you hear we have national schools which have a higher cutoff point. We also have certain boarding schools which have also placed a certain cutoff point. That is aimed at making sure that the children are placed according to their capacity. Those who perform better or those who obtain higher marks above maybe 800, those are the ones that go to national schools like DK, Hillcrest, and you can name them. Those that get slightly lower marks, they go to other schools, meaning that the intention of the grade 7 exams is not completely lost. It helps in placing the children according to their capacity, but also it allows all the children to progress to the next level, which has come up with a number of challenges. And I think that as experts in the education sector, and for us as basic education children of Zambia, what we are saying is that the grade 7 exams, even when they are progressive, we must come up with mechanisms that are going to help our children who have no capacity to progress to grade 8, find mechanisms of helping them so that they can improve, so that they perform better than how they have performed.
Right. It's great that you brought up the issue of capacity, Mr. Kakunta. I have a twofold question. One having to do with a general sentiment that our pupils that passed the grade 7 exam did get to do so by default as a result of COVID-19. Does this sentiment hold true? And also, speaking of capacity, seeing as in we have over 400,000 pupils now getting into their junior high school, what really holds for us in terms of the capacity? Do we have it to be able to house all these students, all these pupils at this particular moment in time?
Yeah, it's true that COVID-19 has had a devastating effect on the learner performance. And I'm sure you are aware that we have had quite a number of closures in 2021. But also, we had to develop mechanisms of accommodating our children so that they are able to learn in sessions, because we didn't have space that could allow us manage our children within the 5 golden rules of fighting COVID-19. So we had a lot of strategies, a lot of mechanisms, a lot of approaches that were used by our school management teams, working hand in hand with our teachers to make sure that they are within the manageable situations for them to be able to teach our children within the guidelines that were given by experts in the health sector with regards to the fight against COVID-19.